It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. Today, I would like to start off on some self-reflection.
Okay, good. It's always good to self-reflect
I'm
and
self-reflecting
think.
today because I need to go over some priorities in life. I need to rethink a couple of things, and I need to point out strengths and weaknesses.
Okay.
Strengths. I think I'm seen as an intellect. I think I'm seen as a deep thinker. I think I'm seen as a problem solver. I think I'm seen as a wit. I think I'm seen as gorgeous. I think I'm seen as um, levity. I think I'm seen as that brief interruption in your day when
Mhm.
things need a break. I do not, however, think I'm seen as any kind of person who does anything out in the yard or in a lake. I don't think I'm viewed that way. So far, am I onto things?
This is what I
Especially,
think.
especially about the intellect part.
Um, I think you are a fairly deep thinker. I don't think you're deeper than I don't think you're necessarily as deep as you think you are,
Well, I'm
but
deep.
I think you already I wish you thought all these other things about yourself.
Yeah.
I really do because I think most of those are true. I think you deal with that, and this all goes back to childhood stuff,
Right.
um,
But
and
anyway,
early adulthood,
I don't
all
need an
your
analyzation.
insecurities
I'm
and
just,
whatnot. No,
you
I'm
could have
just
just said
well,
yes.
you were asking. No, I thought you wanted an honest answer, and
Now's
I
the
was
time to
giving
be
it
a
to you.
yes man. Anyway,
I can't.
now you need to be Renfeld and be a yes man. So, okay. Anyway, um, you don't even know what Renfeld is, do you?
I have no idea
Okay.
who Renfeld
The
is.
movie.
Okay.
He was Dracula's manservant.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway, intellect, wisdom, kindness,
Uh-huh.
joy, all of
Yeah.
those sum up Andy, right?
Right. Sure. I said sure. Go
You could
ahead.
have been more agreeable. Anyway,
Uh,
last night, we ran down, we picked up my car, had a little paint job done on it because I scraped up the door on the
mm-hmm.
mailbox. That was brilliant. Um, and that was a momentary lapse. I don't know why that happened with my wisdom,
Mm-hmm.
intelligence, thoughtfulness, and everything
Mm-hmm.
else we've listed so far. So we get back, and a turn of events happened last week that put me in a precarious position where I was enlisted to go get the sprinkler hose out of the lake.
Okay. This is not going to end well.
No, you're freaking
No.
right. It's not going to end well.
No.
Um the guy came last Friday to winterize the sprinkler system. He went out to get the part out in the lake that's out there a ways, and it was snow. It wasn't snowing, but it was raining. It was blowing. It was nasty. It was terrible out, and he couldn't get it. So I get a call from the people who hired these flunkies to do what they usually do, and said, "Hey, the guy couldn't quite get it out. Could you go take care of that with your pontoon boat as opposed to the paddle boat? It'll be easier to get it out with that."
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll do that for you. Well, the pontoon boat wouldn't start. Couldn't get that going. So Cindy and I go out in the paddle boat to tackle this problem. And let me tell you what, dude, when you've got a 300-pound guy on one side of a paddle boat and a woman who
This is
weighs considerably less on the other side of the paddle boat, um, steering is an issue. All right, so that wasn't fun. And then you've got this hose filled with water, probably 50 feet long, 75 feet long, attached to a pole underneath the water, buried in muck.
you're not getting that out.
Oh, I got it out. Oh,
Whoa!
I got it out. And let me tell you what, it was one of those I got it out situations where the wife is actually living in almost fear of the guy sitting in the paddle boat next to her because his attitude has gone from zero to asshole in like 30 seconds because he's not very good at yard work and he really doesn't like going in the lake. But that son of a bitch came out.
Wow.
And let me tell you what, every inch of me is dying today. I reached in there and I started with a rake. and I got it up high enough to where I could lift it up. And finally, I just said, "You're coming out. This matters not." And I pulled the whole thing up with one arm. I had her sitting on the edge of the paddle boat, the counterbalance. She's like this. I finally get the damn thing out, and in we go.
That was good for you.
Herculean effort. It wasn't good for
100%.
No.
It was 100% good for you. Dude, I'm telling you this right now.
Yeah.
And this would be huge for you. I'm gonna give you advice that you're not gonna take.
All right. Give me some advice, and then I'll tell you the other side.
But I will tell you, and you will give me your bullshit excuse as to why you can't do
none
it.
of that. No.
Because this is nothing aerobic. You don't have to do shit aerobically because you got your foot issues. You're like, I can't do this, that, and the other. If I were you, what I would do is start lifting weights like 3 days a week.
Okay.
You don't even have to do it for that long. Do just arm curls and just do bench presses and just start doing that. Start with whatever, because you're a powerful guy. Like you have, and it's beyond old man strength. You used to be a bouncer. You used to bounce dudes off, doors and walls for fun and little profit.
$6.
You can actually do this. Yeah. Get yourself a relatively cheap gym membership, or just get some weights, or get yourself a bench and use it.
I love that thought.
And you could do that, and you would physically feel better. And I saw those old pictures of your dad. You got the genetics to get uber jacked. Like you could become those guys you see on videos by the time you're like, 54, 55.
I see
and just be like, holy
as a
cow.
much better opportunity to congratulate somebody properly for doing the job I didn't want to do. So all that weightlifting and all that stuff, that's a great idea. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But if I could just stand there on the shore and say to the guy, wow, you're amazing. I could have never done that, and make him feel better about his day, that's where I excel.
No.
Yep.
This thing that you just did, that you just showed that you could do, is very, very, very good. Because here's the thing. That's a type of job that you've always, like you kind of wax philosophic about being a deep thinker, being this, astute observer of humanity and whatnot. And you're all, all this
Look,
brain
I got
work,
sweaty,
for lack of a better word. Yes.
That's all
Yes, I know. This is
enough.
good. What you want to do is you want to balance between the intellectual and the physical. You got a lot of intellectual stuff going on. You don't have a lot of physical stuff going on.
Yeah, I got a lot of physical
for
stuff
me,
going
again, after I get out of here, I'm going to throw around 100-pound countertops for a few hours. I did that yesterday, and I got a workout in on top of doing all this stuff. So if you get a good balance of that, you're just going to physically feel better, and you're going to feel better mentally too. It's a good balance. And you just, again, because you're going to live into your 90s.
Yeah.
It's how do you want to live into your 90s? How do you want to feel at that point?
Well, I'll put that on my list.
I'm just trying to help. Things again. I'm throwing. I just felt like I had to throw this out to you, because I know you're not going to do it, but it would be great if you did.
Well, thank you so much, Jack LaLanne, for your wonderful.
You could be that guy.
I could be that guy, right?
You could be
but
that
then
guy.
again, I could be the guy that's just pissed off about being sore and worried about aneurysms, picking heavy shit up out of lakes, heart attacks.
That's not going to give you an aneurysm. It's not going to give you a heart attack.
You never know.
Fine.
It might.
You'll be fine. Look at this.
What?
See, playing hurt today. Cut my Adam's apple shaving this morning. Little bit of a ding there. Almost looks like the entrance wound of the crossfire of the Kennedy assassination.
No, you know what that looks like?
Throat.
That looks like the spot where Marcellus Wallace took your soul and the Band-Aid fell out. That's what that looks like.
Oh, you a funny man. All right, let's do it. Despite rising prices, retail sales are up across the U.S. Purchases jumped 0.7% in September. That is over twice what analysts had anticipated. Sales figures have not been adjusted for inflation, but it's good that people are still buying shit, even though it's expensive. By the way, this is going to be a very fiscally themed newscast.
Oh, well, wonderful.
Just throwing that
Good.
out there. So there you go. All right. Hey, speaking of prices, it's going to cost more to eat at Chipotle. The company announced an increase of 3.5 to 4% to offset inflation. Restaurant sales are up over 7%. Nothing more overrated than Chipotle.
Never been there.
I'm sorry. I'll take Steak and Shake. I'll take Mr. Burger. I'll take Culver's. They're all cheaper and they're better.
I don't do
the
Culver's.
food at Chipotle. Really?
Nope.
What's your
Nope.
issue with Culver's?
I don't like.
They give you that nice little basket. They got the crinkle fries.
No.
The
It's
ketchup
that guy
for
on
dippings.
TV.
What?
The guy on TV.
What?
Craig
you-
Culver.
Oh, you don't like?
He's off-putting. No. We
What's the
in
problem?
Wisconsin at the supper clubs and oh God, he
Okay,
literally
I couldn't pick.
he literally makes my skin crawl.
Okay, so you don't. The food. I'm just talking about the food. I don't
No.
care about ownership. I don't care about any of that stuff. I care about the service and the food. Okay, Steak and Shake, Mr. Burger, Culver's, all quick service,
no,
good food,
not Culver's. Can't do it.
tasty eats. You haven't done it yet, though. You say I can't.
I've
eat
eaten
because of
Culver's
this guy."
before, and then I watch the
And
guy on
what?
the commercial, and I think to myself, no, I'm not going to eat there no more because he's annoying,
Okay.
and he's a big phony, and I can see right through him, and I don't want to eat Culver's.
Okay, who cares if he's fun? Seriously, are you looking for a genuine restaurateur? Is that you don't care about? It's about the service and the food. I could care less about the ownership
Okay,
of the establishment.
that's fine. You know,
Who gives a shit? Give me my food. Does it taste good?
He looks annoying, and I don't want to be around him, and I'm not going to go to his
But that has
restaurant.
nothing to do with the quality of the food or the service.
Yeah, it does to me. Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Man,
I think he's
Finally.
probably got a pit in the back of all of his restaurants where he beats the employees until.
that's fine.
No,
If it gets them to provide quality service and good food, I don't give a shit what you're doing to your employee. I don't care.
Okay.
Okay, I could pretend to care. I could be like, oh, that's awful. Give me my burger.
Okay.
Give me my crinkle fries.
See, that's
Give
why
me
I'm
my
the
beverage.
intellect in yours.
They get the little. They give me the little sticker. They give you the little sticker to put on your rear view mirror, and then somebody hustles out, and that's what I like about the Culvers. And maybe it's due to this guy beating them in the back room, but they hustle out and get you your food,
Okay.
and it doesn't matter their size either. Like even if they're like a hefty Sally or something, they will come out there and they will get you.
Are you
boom.
fat shaming people now?
No, I just said a hefty Sally. If you got a hefty Sally coming out there, she is hustling, and that's good for her too, because get some of the
Okay.
excess.
Sounds like you're
excess
fat shaming.
girth off. What did I do at all that was shaming?
No,
What did I say at all?
I'm just saying it sounded like it. If you're saying you didn't, I'm
That
good.
doesn't mean it was.
Okay.
I didn't say she's awful, she's horrible. Oh my God. No, I said doesn't matter what they look like. I said it
Okay.
doesn't matter their size.
See, I don't care
They
what
come
Craig
out and they
Culver looks
hustle.
like. It's his aura. It
I
comes
don't
right
care
through the
about his
TV.
aura.
I do.
They've got you give me quality food and good service. That's all
No.
I need.
Not enough.
The other stuff, don't care.
Okay.
Affordable apartments could replace an elementary school in Muskegon. General Capital is proposing a 52-unit development at the former Nelson Elementary on Grand Avenue. School was closed back in 2020. This makes sense. Affordable housing an issue for a lot of people. So if you can take a building that's not being used for anything and divvy it up into apartments that people of lesser means can afford, seems like a win-win to me.
Okay. I'm good.
There you go. All right. Sports, Phillies blank Arizona 10-0. They lead the National League Championship Series 2-0. The Detroit Lions, a 3-point underdog on the road at Baltimore. That is the marquee game of the week, 1 o'clock kickoff in Baltimore. Michigan, 23-point favorite at Michigan State.
Yes.
If I'm again, you're 7-0 Michigan. You've
7-0.
played nobody. You've played nobody. You're playing another nobody this week in my Spartans. The wheels have come off that vehicle 2 games into the season, 3
Yeah.
games into the season. So again, you should be 8-0. You should win this game. If you're good, if you're who we think you are, you win this game by 4 touchdowns.
Easily.
You should win this game. If you
Easily.
win this game by less than 20 points, I'm even gonna use it because it's a rivalry. Michigan State could come within 20 points
Yep.
because it's a rivalry game.
Yep.
But if this ends up being a 14, 17-point win, you don't deserve the number 2 ranking. You don't deserve it.
Okay.
You don't deserve it. There you go. That's sports.
Very definitive. Thank you, Dave.
Yes.
Awesome. Craig Culver's still a jerk. Sorry.
I don't know him, so I can't make that.
I'm telling you.
judgment.
I can see through the TV.
Uh,
And I'm not going there.
okay, I'm sorry. I know what you thought about people, and I'm not going to name names. I won't name names. Things that you were unaware of about certain people for decades that were glaringly obvious. I'm not even going to go there. Not even going to mention it. Not going to name names. You know. Yeah, I know. That's why you're laughing, because you know.
So you're saying
I'm
that
going
too?
to take your observation.
You're saying I'm missing that
Mr.
too?
Culver. Yeah, I'm going to take that observation of Mr. Culver with a.
So
with a
he's
grain of
that
salt.
too,
No, I'm
huh?
not saying Mr. Culver. I'm not saying that. Again, I'm not. And even so, that's not a judgment on his character at all. Just throwing it out there. Your observations on people are occasionally off by 180 degrees.
Okay.
That's it.
Perfect. Forward exchange for $1,000.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Yes.
I don't think you are. At the end of this Shakespeare play, Orlando and Rosalind tie the knot.
Orlando and Rosalind?
Orlando and Rosalind. $1,000 today.
Oh, God.
Just give.
Camelot?
That fits really well into the forward exchange category, doesn't it?
Oh, forward. I thought you said forward, like going forward. You said forward exchange, not
I said
forward exchange. You said
This
forward
is you
exchange.
this is lack of attention on your part.
I thought you meant
This is
motion.
you not paying attention.
See,
had-
this I should have. This was okay.
We've
This is
had
partially
forward
on me.
exchange for the last 3 days.
Okay, this is what. No, we haven't.
Yeah, we have.
No, we haven't. We have.
Forward exchange
this is only
on Monday,
Wednesday.
October 16th, Tuesday, October 17th.
See, I was okay.
Oh,
then this
see,
is on me.
excuses.
No, I'll take no.
Wasn't
but-
my fault. Wasn't me.
This was okay. No, all right. I will
All
take
right.
response. Okay.
So
what was the
Camelot
answer?
is incorrect, sir.
What was the answer?
The answer is as you like it.
As you like. Yeah, I wouldn't have
Yeah,
gotten.
you
that
didn't know that. So, okay.
one. No, I did not.
Good news. The weather kid is still back.
Sweet.
Have
See
yourself
ya.
a great Tuesday.
Happy Wednesday, Muskegon. We'll finally get into the 60s today, but it will be brief as rain moves in Wednesday night. So let's take a look at your forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health. Your weather headlines show we will warm into the lower 60s today. That will be brief though, like I said. But thankfully we'll get into the 60s next week, as it does look like the end portion of October will be a little warmer. But we will see rain move in Wednesday night into Thursday, which will bring a cooler weekend. So like I said, temperatures today will get into the lower 60s. It will be a pretty nice day today, besides the fact that it will be overcast skies today, and that's because rain showers will be moving into the area, likely after sunset though, so during the daytime hours will likely stay dry till overnight. We'll have a little bit of rain, but nothing too significant. So for your Wednesday, expect a high of 62 with cloudy skies. Winds will be out of the south-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour as well, and like I said, after sunset, that's when the rain will be knocking on our door with a low of 54. And like I mentioned, it looks like the end portion of October, especially next week from the 23rd through the 27th, will be warmer than average. So we'll likely see at least a few days in the 60s, especially from Tuesday onward. And you can see that on our 7-day forecast, with next Tuesday having a high of 59. After that, we'll likely stay in the 60s for at least a few days. But in the meantime, we'll be dealing with temperatures mostly in the 50s, with on and off rain showers likely on Thursday. There will be a few breaks here and there, especially later in the afternoon until more rain arrives for Thursday evening, and then another round of rain looks to arrive Friday night going into early Saturday morning. And that's your Wednesday forecast, brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon channel. And I'm Cole Woods Weather, and enjoy your day today.